My name is Sampari Kandive. My student number is 5011976555. Today I'll be talking about three particular topics: child maltreatment, child protective services in Canada, and child abuse. Let's get started. What is child maltreatment? Because I didn't know about this when I was in the lecture hall. Child maltreatment is when a child is being harmed or at risk when they're in the care of someone else, such as parents, guardian, caregivers, even siblings. And there are 5 types of child maltreatment: physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, emotional harm, and exposure to family violences. There are the 5 types of child maltreatment. We're looking at week 2, family law and child maltreatment, slide 5, figure 2. It shows that 34% of child maltreatment is caused by child neglect in 2003. And we can see that child maltreatment has potential side effects such as physical effect and mentally, behaviorally. They can show that there have been sexual abuse because they'll distance themselves from others because of their experience they had faced. Moving into child protection services in Canada. There are many types of child protection services in Canada, such as foster care, youth custody, centers with child clients, and others as well, such as Women's Center, helping children's all over Canada. Mainly, I want to focus on foster care. Children are placed in foster care because they've been abused, neglect, or they've been in an unsafe environment where a social worker has pulled them off after an evaluation they have done in their home, seeing that there has been abused by the parents or neglect. But a child can also be put in foster care when a parent or a guardian or a caregiver goes to court and says that I cannot take care of my child because of such and this and that reason, such as I'm unable to provide for them and myself as well at the same time, so I'm unable to take care from them. So they can decide to put them in a foster care system. And what happens in a foster care system is that when a child is placed, the foster parents get paid for that, taking care of the child itself. And when the child reaches a certain age, such as 18, they're legally an adult, where they're able to live independently and take care of them and their needs. There are type of services to make sure a child is not being neglected or abused. There's child welfare system that makes sure that child is safe and able to live in a safe environment and not have the physical or mental damage they had to go through before. And moving into child abuse. Child abuse can be harmful for a child's growth, especially when they're young, because when faced with child abuse, they've been neglected by their parents and just abused day after day. They feel that there's no point in living. It could cause to death sometimes as well. Of course, when a child is being abused, a care system and child protective services take them from their families when they find out they're being abused or neglected, when they're abused especially. Of course, when they're pulled out of their family after being abused, they go through lots of changes, mental changes, such as they feel unsafe around men because they've been abused by their dads, or it could cause them to have damage in their growth, such as distancing themselves from other people, making sure they're not hurt, but that can also make sure that they don't interact with others much, and they lose their childhood because of the abuse they faced as a child. And that's where the foster care I talked about earlier comes in, where they take people from abusive parents and put them in a care custody. They're not sure that they'll be able to overcome it, but there are services that can help them overcome child abuses, such as enhancing primary care for a child and making sure a child can seek professional help to overcome this trauma they faced as a child and live on. That's all for now.